Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Now there's two fields that I really stand out in, and that is personal safety and natural health. And there's a reason for both. And I've been doing both for quite some time. Now, right now I just want to talk about the natural health aspect. And there's a reason for that. And I learn by doing and observing, and I'm half Chinese and half American. So the Chinese, they do a lot of observing, and the Americans, they do a whole lot of doing. So I've got the best of both worlds. But when it comes to natural health, I've noticed that I've really pushed my health all my life. I've been so busy doing things that I really never really kept track of exactly what I was doing. And it wasn't until about 20 years ago I started studying the health, how the health is dictated by people, because I noticed everybody is different. And now, one thing I've noticed, that when you lose your health, empires have disintegrated. They went to nothing because of bad health. And I've noticed businesses have done the same thing. And family structures have just deteriorated instantly when bad health comes around. So by watching that, I was wondering, now how can you bypass the bad health aspect? And the only thing that I was able to come up with is you have to take care of yourself. And now it's, how do I say it? It's taking responsibility for your body. Now, I'll tell you, we all have crosses that we have to bear in life. And I am no exception. And my father, when I was born, and I was raised in restaurants. We owned restaurants. And he had a stroke. And when he had a stroke, boy, property started changing hands. Everything. I mean, everything changed. And 2 years later, he died. And once he died, his whole estate was gone. He had nothing. So in 2 years, others were able to clean out his lifetime of work. Okay, so I noticed that. And then I looked around, and that was when I was 24 years old. So now, or after that, I started watching, and I could see how health did like that. And then, you know, like all the different warfares, they would use biological warfare, this type of stuff, to make you sick. So when you're sick, you don't feel like fighting. Kind of like what we did with the Indians. We killed off the buffalo, and then we left them blankets that had smallpox in it. So, you know, make them sick, well, then they can't fight. Well, it's basically the same thing. When you're sick, you stand back and you start giving your holdings to other people so they can take care of it. And that's when they start deteriorating. Your businesses and all this stuff starts deteriorating when that happens. And I've noticed it, you know, so for me, you know, I just kept on going after it. But in my early 50s, I noticed I got tired. And when I got tired, you know, I thought, well, what's going on here? You know, I never get tired. I'm always going. Lots of energy. And I say I got tired, and then what I do? I went to the doctor. And so I went to the doctor, and he checked me, and he said, oh, you know, your blood pressure is bad. You know, so we need to do something with the blood pressure. Well, you know, and I noticed my brother, my uncle, and my father, their early 50s, the same thing. Their blood pressure. And then they treated them for their blood pressure. And then it just kind of snowballs. One thing after another thing. Their health just deteriorated. And as their health deteriorated, their estate was handed over to someone else. You get weak and sickly, you start handing it over. And then like I say, when they died, they pretty much didn't have anything. And so what the importance of staying healthy is a financial importance, not only just for the idea of feeling good. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about staying healthy, and especially naturally. And what I do is I teach people when you have an ache or a pain or you're tired or whatever, I can test your body and I can tell you what's causing this. And this now that responsibility goes to you to change whatever habits you got into to make your body get like that. That's exactly what happened to me. I changed my habits and I continued working, continued prospering, and enjoying life. And even now, I'm really close to 65 now, and still I don't see no end for me. I'm healthier now than I was in my early 50s. Now, what was funny is over the weekend, I went to Guatemala to work on people. Now, I can't talk, so I can't teach. So all I did is just took away their pain, but I couldn't explain to them why. And there was some doctors there, and so that, they were still kind of intrigued in my energy level, and not only my work, but because you saw a video, I use a lot of energy in my work. And so they couldn't believe I could work so hard and keep going. So they checked me out, and I was 185, my blood pressure was 185 over 110. And they said, well, you can't do like that. And I said, not everybody's equal. Some people need to be like that. Some people need to be lower. It just depends on the people. And the way my body is set up, it is going to be high. And it's funny because that's what happened with the lawyers, or with the doctors. My family, now they're all gone now, but when I was young, running around, 30s, 40s, and I trained SWAT teams up until my early 50s, and I'd come back after training and I'd be all bloodied up it was full contact. I mean, it was, that's what I do, is a lot of combat training. And so I'd come back bloodied up, all beat up and stuff. And they said, man, you're going to have so much arthritis, you're not going to... And that's because all of them had arthritis. All of them did. And so, and then like I say, they were all diabetics, I mean, every bad thing there is, they got it, But they were able to keep them alive through medical means. But it didn't do them much good because their lives was just staying close to the telephone where they can call an ambulance and the doctor. So, but like I say, if you understand your body and you make changes, but I say, okay, at early 50s, how come my blood pressure was crazy then and it wasn't before? Well, it was before. And like I say, if there was any changes, it's stuff that I did that I have to stop. I've got to make changes in my life to make changes in my body. And that's what I do with my Hui Chi. I go around, I have people lay on the table, I just hit certain spots on them, and then the pain goes away. And then why did those spots show up? And that's why I'm able to evaluate and let people know so they can make changes in their lives. And like I say, if you don't, your health is going to slowly deteriorate, and then as your health deteriorates, you're going to stand back and you're going to give a little bit of responsibility, a little bit more to other people, because you are incapable of handling it. And then, like I say, your estate will deteriorate too, and then by the time you die, it's going to be gone. And I've seen that done many times, over and over again. And I always wonder, are the people around them really looking positive at them? like, I want you well, so take your medicine and then you're going to get better, but then they don't get better. So instead of saying stop taking your medicine, they have you keep taking the medicine, and then your health continually deteriorates. But like I say, when that happens, you've lost control of your life. And that's why I can travel, I can do the stuff I do. I'm not a health nut. I don't exercise crazy. I do my morning stretches and exercises. I hate to call them exercises, and I made a video on that, so I show you what I do. So you're talking 15-20 minutes a day I do on that. When I have total control over my diet, I do watch what I eat, and but I say I say like over the weekend I ate every kind of nasty food there was over the weekend, and I paid for it. I was sick. I got sick, so I feel much better today. But I say this is. See, I got sick Sunday night, and this is Wednesday morning. I'm doing really good now. I'm back to normal now. Had to get all that nasty food out of me, but I say I don't do it as a habit. And but now next weekend I'm going to be going to work on some more people in another town, so I'll be off my diet again. So, but there's times that I have to take care of myself, and there's times that I just got to eat whatever I can get my hands on. But taking care of your health is very important. And with your health, you can do anything. And but I say, you lose your health, you're going to spend the rest of your life focused on trying to get your health back. So take care of yourself now. Take responsibility for yourself now. And I've learned early 40s, you start noticing you got problems. Early 50s, then you go to the doctor. You don't want to change your habits, so you go to the doctor, and he says, keep drinking the pop and keep having your ice cream. Here, take these pills, and then you're going to become a diabetic. And it's okay. You can still take your pills and do your stuff. So you got to make the changes. If you don't, you're under the doctor's control. And once you're under the doctor's control, you've lost control, and your life will deteriorate. You're going to lose everything. So anyway, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com.